Hey, 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 how's it going, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode. Not quite sure what's going on at the moment, if you guys are catching the live stream or not. Having some issues, with the internet. Can you guys? Is everything coming in good? I'm sorry. I guess the hurricane knocked out my power and my internet as I was going live. Not quite sure what happened there. Everything just had a giant brain fart. But hopefully I'm coming in. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully. Seems like this is just as much of a disaster as the actual hurricane itself. But anyways, welcome. Shout out to everyone out there. Hopefully you guys can see the footage, and you guys can. I think it's coming in. I think everything's coming in good. Again, this is a really, really, really rough start to the episode, and it's because of the weather, as you guys can see. That's pretty bad, by the way. These are the first images I'm actually looking at the moment. I've been busy all day. I was live streaming on the other channel. I had a busy morning, and I didn't want to ruin it by looking at this stuff beforehand. I only saw a few images here and there, and I decided to just watch it live with you guys. Watch the whole thing. Literally, I'm watching this for the first time ever at the same time as you guys. So let's see what this guy has to say here.
The house vibrated when the gusts really picked up. And, I threw up twice with an upset in my stomach. But other than that, I'm fine and the house is fine.
Looks pretty bad. So, I mean, again, the thing is that Florida is very well prepared to deal with hurricanes, but even then, it's caused a lot of damage. If this would have hit any other region, I think the damage would have been way worse.
Carport damage at Ian, and these were carports were just finished being installed about a month ago. With Helene, for the first time, we had storm surge and took on water in the 20 bottom units, anywhere between around 15 inches of water in the first floor, and not so much wind damage. That was really all surge. Now with Milton here, we've lost the brand new carports. Our dock is destroyed. There's some roof damage from things flying around.
Yeah, so today we're just doing hurricane coverage because I feel, why not? Honestly, I thought that it was going to be a lot worse than this. I've been through many hurricanes before. The way that this hurricane was being advertised, or, the warnings we were getting, it seemed like it was a lot worse. It was going to be a lot worse. Is that it there? I'm going to keep repeating. Alright, so I guess it's just going to keep repeating that. Let's check this one out. But yeah, things can get bad. I mean, this is just one home. You see homes right next to it are fine. A lot of people, just don't understand, like how, why one home gets destroyed and others don't. A lot of times, that's why I'm like, that's why they always tell you to put storm shutters or protect your windows, because basically, again, it's high winds. If it's only high winds and your house is sturdy and there's no way the wind can get inside your home, it just bounces off the outside. Your home, most homes, especially built with concrete and built sturdy and like they are in these areas, they can, you know, withstand whatever. The problem is that when something that's flying around at 100 miles per hour, it could be a coconut, it could be a brick, it could be anything in your backyard. Just think about it. It could be many, many things. That flying object then breaks your window. Then as soon as it breaks your window, that 100-mile-per-hour wind goes into your home, okay? Even if it's just through the window or door or whatever. And then as that wind rushes inside your house, then it lifts up. And if, you know, no matter how rough, how awesome your roof is, it's going to lift that roof off. So eventually the wind will get in, it'll break other windows, because wind is trying to get out. Eventually the roof will fall off. As soon as the roof flies off, then the walls fall down. That's basically it. And so that's why, you know, it's you know, all this protection, you know, to protect, you know, the windows and the doors from flying objects. That's really what it is. It's not, remember, these are not houses that are built from straw. You know, these are houses that are built, you know, with concrete, brick, you know, whatever, very heavy materials. What are we looking at here? Just floods? You see, the beaches are usually what get destroyed here more than anything else. Let's see what else they got here. But yeah, I mean, I've been through many hurricanes, more than I can remember. Literally.
That's a different house.
And for me, you know, it all depends, you know, on so many factors. You know, how strong these things are. Again, you know, this thing was supposed to be it was one of the strongest hurricanes ever. Once it made landfall, you saw what happened. Look at the hurricane before Helene. I don't know anything about Helene. I'm not gonna lie. I was busy doing other things with life. You know, I wasn't paying attention to Helene. But for me, it seemed like Helene just came out of nowhere, and look at the damage that caused. And so that's the thing. It's Mother Nature. You never know. You never know. No matter how much you prepare, you know, some places can't prepare hard enough, because, you know, there might be sustained winds of 100 miles per hour, but there are wind gusts that can vary, and the wind gust could be like 250 miles per hour, and for all you know, it might have been one wind gust of 250 miles per hour, which is basically, you know, a tornado, and just, you know, just knock that out. In the case of like anything on the beach, a lot of that is just because of all the water that rushes in. The the beach itself can handle it, you know, in Mother Nature. But if you have a property on there, not all properties can handle it, even if they're built and prepared. Look at the house next to it, was able to handle it. This one wasn't. So who knows what happened?
Should we shoot that other house? Or...
But yeah, I mean, the one place you don't want to be when there's a hurricane is the beach. You know, just about anywhere else. Just look at the beach, you see? And I think this is where it hit, right? Isn't this where... You know, I don't know where it came in exactly, but... Let's see what other damage there is. Let's see here.
And that would be cool, but at this point, like, maybe I'm just throwing
Look at that, the beach. You know, you see it gets a lot of...
drive by it again. The trailer
Yeah,
park
Palmetto?
across
Yeah.
in Palmetto.
Totally. No, if we don't
Because I
go to
don't...
All right, I'm trying to see, you know, in the meantime, while you're looking at that, let's play a little music. I gotta find you guys some better footage.
And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant
So we'll look
to be
at
in
that.
nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry.
Don't be angry.
Enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderous scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies.
Oh my.
I have them on video. Hillary's
Hold on
in
one
the
second, we're trying to
creepy
find
weird sick stuff, man.
footage I can share here.
She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weirdo woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama
Shout out to everyone out there in the
both
chat.
smell like sulfur.
Looking at the aftermath of the hurricane.
Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall.
David,
Gonna stab your wild young son.
something blowing down the street.
Yeah, so this was live
Gonna
last
stab
night.
you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
Oh my.
Reports of power lines in the road.
I was watching Fox
trees
News
in
as
the
I worked out
roadway,
this morning.
emphasizing that is all the more reason for people to, at this point, be hunkering down. It is not safe for you to be outside of your safe spot right now. He is also urging people not just to stay put tonight, stay off the roads tonight, but also tomorrow as well, for as long as possible, to help them have the time to clean up properly.
The ground is whams it'll take shoes.
Far to cross for them to be able to call so that they know
Let's see
what's
what we
going
got.
on. So
Impact because we're seeing a number of tree.
I want to introduce you to Crystal. Crystal is
But yeah, this was
Fast
not
hour
as
St.
bad
Pete,
as we originally
Tampa.
thought. Thank God.
Obviously, the highs that we've seen
Thank
so
goodness
far
for
is
that.
Sarasota, and that's at 102.
All right. Anyways, so yeah, so this hurricane wasn't as bad as we thought it was originally. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I originally thought that this thing was gonna be a lot worse than what it was, than what it turned out to be. You know, I think a lot of people in Florida dodged a major bullet here. But again, you know, Helene, you know, it seemed like that thing just came out of nowhere, and more people were prepared for this one, and yet, you know, nothing happened. So a lot of times when things like this happen, you know, the locals, the people, they get this thing called fatigue, you know, like hurricane fatigue. And because of this hurricane fatigue, a lot of times they get caught by surprise because, you know, they just keep preparing and preparing for hurricanes and then nothing really happens. And then when things do happen, is when, you know, they're not prepared because they're not taking it too seriously. So, but yeah, you know, it seemed like Helene was a lot worse from my understanding. But what do you guys, you know, what do you guys think out there? What was your experience, you know, with the hurricane itself? All right, let me see. I'm trying to find, I guess, some video, some content of, you know, more of the Milton aftermath. You know, I could share with you guys here. It doesn't seem like there's much, you know, it doesn't seem like there, you know, much damage per se. Which is pretty interesting. Seems like there was more with, you know, more going on with Helene, right? So, yeah. Here, let's check this one out here. See the drone footage of the of the Tampa Bay, of the field that got destroyed. No, sorry to hear that, Joe. Yeah, I see Hansen, was heavily affected, by this hurricane. Shout out to him. Yeah, I didn't know that the Tampa Bay Bucks, that their stadium was, their roof was made out of like cloth or whatever that is. I thought they had a regular roof, like a dome. I had no idea. So I know they want to get a new stadium there, so perfect excuse. So yeah, the hurricane's already out in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. So let's see this person here. Oh, there we go. See where they're just on the road. See, it doesn't seem like anything's going on. Yeah, or anything happened at all. Just like a normal Florida day, minus the traffic. Let's see. Hold on, there's see these people. Yeah, they're always at yeah, I'm trying to find. Let me play some music in the background. No, the Tampa Bay Rays, not the Bucks. The Bucks, they have an open stadium. They have a pirate ship. The Tampa Bay Bucks stadium, the pirate ship is fine. pretty terrible though. The thing is, again, like I was saying, you know, Florida is more well prepared for this stuff. You know, when you're talking about the other areas that got affected, you know, by Helene, none of those areas, you know, they have any, they don't know anything, you know, about dealing with a hurricane. So, but you see all the way in the back over there, that's where all the boats are. They take the boats out of the water and they put them up there. What was that? Is that used to be a Pizza Hut or something? What was it? And I'm sure that place is already messed up. Yeah, look, some of those boats got thrown off. Yeah, some stayed, some got thrown off. That's crazy. Got some Florida cover bands. Look at that. See that boat literally, you know, it got lifted. It got lifted under because the water, look, the water went up, and so basically there was water everywhere, and that boat just basically, you know, drifted on there. It's crazy. But you see all those bricks right there, you know, those are all just project, you know, like bullets, missiles. They turn into missiles, you know, going everywhere. Look at everyone's boat. Everyone's boat ended up on their backyard. That's how much the water rose. You see, they tied it down, but the water rose. Here, let me show you. So you see that boat right there? That boat was on the dock, but the water rose so much, you know, that it basically just drifted over there, you know. And then when the water dropped, boof, you know, it just stayed there. That's crazy. Look at that mega yacht. But yeah, insurance, you know? Yeah, that's why, look at that, another one. That's why Florida has some of the highest insurance rates in the country. You know, car insurance, home insurance, everything insurance. Everything is, you know, expensive. Now you see why. Shit like this. Now, this is what happens. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But that's just one spot. I want to see more spots, you know? But this just looks like a bad, you know, tornado that went through there. I mean, it's bad. It's terrible. Obviously. But for context.
We have a house on Minnesota Key, 3 different properties we're affiliated with. Yeah. We got 4 foot of water in Helene, and now this happens. We think we got 10 foot of water over there.
Just 1-2 punch.
Just, you know, these roads are impassable. They won't let nobody on the island.
We do the electric for the Sandbar and Lock and Key and another restaurant called Beachcomber Trading Post, and they had 4 foot of water in their places, so we're just worried about all of our clients too.
With 10 feet and what you've noticed, what's that impact going to be like? Because you guys, I'm sure, cut up to a certain point.
It's going to be over our roof.
It's going to be over the roof of our little house.
Of our little
down there.
place. And we have some great clients that, yeah, they're going to be devastated.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, let me see. Let's keep showing that. I want to see if I can find some newer footage here. We got Rocky with a hurricane. We had that in the background. Hold on a second. But anyways, guys, yeah, I mean, has anyone out there in the audience ever been through a hurricane themselves? Or, are you guys all hurricane virgins out there? Let me see. Sorry, guys. I got like a bunch of 100 windows open here. Anyways, my apologies. Anyways, so let's play this. We gotta play something different here. There we go.
Near the Fort Myers beach.
And
but they already chopped this one up. People are already out and about this morning getting the job done. Let's see if I can talk to this gentleman over here who's cleaning up already. How you doing, sir? You guys are already up and at 'em and getting it done, man. This is what people like to see.
Yes, sir. We've been up since about daylight this morning cleaning it up.
What do you want people to know about how Bradenton experienced this storm?
It's the first time that we've experienced one since I was born and raised in Bradenton, Sarasota, and it's real. I think it opened a lot of eyes for people to get out of here next time.
And the cleanup is underway. How are you feeling right now about how that's going and how much work needs to be done?
There's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done. I know the Keys are all going to be devastated, but we got a lot of good neighbors around here, and everybody helps out and makes cleanup quick and easy.
That's beautiful to see. Best of luck. Glad you and your family are safe. I know is that your daughter over there helping on? You're raising her right, my friend. Take care. Have a good one. Yeah. So that's what people are doing. They're not wasting any time, and what they've got going for them is the weather. We always see this usually in hurricanes that pass. Clear blue skies.
Send me that
and a
video,
nice little
Hanson.
breeze
Send
in
me the
air.
video
Look
and
at
I'll
that
share it.
American flag. She's still standing there, beaten up. But
that's right. American
perhaps a
flag still
symbol of
standing.
the strength and the unity of this community here in Bradenton.
Look at that.
And the determination, really, to move forward and not let this hurricane beat anyone down. They already got this thing chopped up. Look at that. But it did, it came close to that.
to do. You can see it's split in two places, once over this fence and then again right into their home.
We're having some trouble with JJ's connection there.
Though the that was businesses out here, you just know that these people are heartbroken to see their lives kind of torn to pieces for the moment. And let me just show you this one business behind me. This is the Blue Dolphin Car Wash. You can see the roof of this business is on the ground. There's a lot of debris everywhere. There's a lot of recovery that needs to happen here. And this is something that we've been seeing throughout the area when it comes to businesses. We've been seeing some damage. We've been seeing signs, trees falling on homes and businesses in the area. We've been seeing a lot of their signs kind of torn to pieces. If you take a look at this sign over here, you can see there's really not much left of it at all. So we've been seeing a lot of that in the Bradenton area. A little bit ago, I was also at a mobile home community where one of the homes was destroyed. There was no coming back from that home. So our hearts go out to those people who did suffer so much damage throughout this storm. I do want to let you guys know that Palmetto PD and Bradenton PD are out. They are assessing damage.
Put it in the chat, Hanson. Put it in the chat.
Everywhere and just taking a look, and they're also trying to help people right now recover at the moment. So that's why they're trying to keep people off the roads. They're trying to tell people, you know, you shouldn't be driving right now because there are still a lot of down power lines. There are traffic lights that are dangling over cars right now, and that can be a pretty dangerous situation. So we don't want anyone to bump into any of that or any down trees that could cause accidents as well.
Flooding, especially in North Lakeland, West Lakeland.
Yeah, it's really still hard to believe what I saw. I mean, to see the roof, that is really, it's an iconic landmark in St. Petersburg. I mean, how many times as you're crossing the bridge from Tampa coming over, you can see that dome from so far away. It's part of the skyline, and now it's changed. I won't say forever, because at some point something will be done here, but it is drastically changed. Now, just take a look now. It's a much different look now that the winds are gone. Last night, the remaining pieces of that roof were just flapping. They really look like tissue paper. And obviously, most of the roof was shredded and gone, and we were wondering where it ended up. This morning, I did find big chunks of it on the east side of the stadium, really close to Gate 1 was one gigantic piece of it. But there were pieces in trees. There were pieces in the little lake, pond that's over there by Gate 1. And then I actually saw a big piece in the median on I-275 right on the south side of the stadium. So who knows where other pieces may have ended up. A lot of it did end up inside. I mean, if you've seen the aerial footage from inside Tropicana Field, you can just see what an absolute mess inside that stadium. We don't know the extent of the damage yet, but we are, can only imagine what kind of cleanup is going to be involved in fixing this stadium. We did get a statement from the Tampa Bay Rays today about what happened. During the past couple weeks, our beloved city region
I got it, Hanson.
Impacted by Hurricanes Helene and Milton. We are devastated by the damage incurred by so many. Our priority is supporting our community and our staff. We are fortunate and grateful.
There's still trees, there's still...
All right, let's see. Let's check out what Hanson sent us.
Sorry.
What's the front, West? You all right? I'm sorry.
Let's see what they got on the Twitters. Oh, there we go. Twitters seems to be better.
With Kevin Guthrie from the Florida Division of Emergency Management. We obviously we were tracking the storm for a while now.
See, we got any videos or anything from Helene? From the hurricane. Latest. Let's see. No, I thought there'd be more on Twitter. I guess not. Well, we already saw this.
I'll do it tonight. Louder.
That's everyone's favorite band. Straight from Florida. That's all that they were playing as the hurricane was coming through. let's see. What the hell is that guy doing in the middle of the ocean? What the hell is that guy doing in the middle of the ocean? Oh my God. Well, you know, this happens in Florida all the time. You know, people in Florida all the time, they get, you know, you're at the beach and you get, you know, a riptide will grab you and will take you into the ocean. And so lifeguards usually kind of go get you. I wonder why there's not more stuff about the hurricane. It's trending, but there's nothing about the hurricane trending. It is what it is. YouTube it is. We got more rescues.
I don't know if you know anything about dementia, but they overly stress. She was up 4 times last night, waking me up. She's just very stressed out. As soon as her level, what, 8? We just.
Power outages. We're also seeing some water rescues now.
Yeah, and Amanda McKenzie has been out there all morning long. Amanda, tell us what's going on.
Well, we're in South Daytona right now in the middle of a high water rescue. 2 people, you said 3 cats and 2 dogs? How is everyone doing? Hanging in there? What was it like last night? How are you all doing right now? Hi, how are you doing? I'm fine. I'm okay. I mean, what is it like to have to be rescued from this high water right now?
This is the second time she's been rescued. We just did this a couple years ago, so we're kind of used to it. But I was worried about her because she has early dementia, and she is stressing.
Can you give me the leash?
And my puppies and the cats, obviously. We've got a lot. We just didn't know where to go with all the animals.
And I mean, how are the animals doing? Who did you call and how soon did they get here?
We called early this morning, probably what, 8 o'clock, 8, 9 o'clock, and they came pretty quickly. So they were really good.
What was happening inside of your home during the hurricane?
Getting our clothes together, food together, trying to get the generator working, but it wouldn't work because it has to be on a flat surface.
Perfect.
The water level here is just crazy. It is up above these mailboxes. I mean, I couldn't walk all the way down. They had to send a raft in to get you. Tell us about how your mom is doing.
She's stressed. I don't know if you know anything about dementia, but they overly stress. She was up 4 times last night, waking me up. She's just very stressed out. As soon as we get her,
I don't know how I feel about this rescue.
There's a lot of anxiety with
I mean,
elderly.
I'm so glad you all are doing okay.
So I mean, it's not even knee deep.
The neighbors actually are in the same boat as me. The lady
I mean,
taking care of her elderly.
couldn't they have just sent an SUV out there? I guess it was a lot more flooded. It looks a lot more flooded. Yeah, you see back in the back, you can see the mailboxes. Okay, so it's more flooded there in the back. So they probably lived all the way in the back.
And what are those must-have items that you had to grab in an emergency like this?
My brace, my medication, a couple pairs of clothes, my chargers, my phone, and that was basically it. That is all.
Very sus rescue there.
Looks like they're still going to be here, trying to rescue folks.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people on the block.
Oh my
still.
gosh.
But we just went through this a couple years ago, so everybody's used to it and set up for it already. So
it was a loud night last night. A lot of wind. A lot
All right,
of
let's see what else they got here.
High water for up to here on my knees, and the water was else needs help. Are you knocking?
Wait,
I
what?
got some video of some of the front doors just under so deep. My feet are soaked. Actually, my boots were up to here on my knees, and the water was going well above that. And I got some video of some of the front
Well
doors
above
just
her knees.
underwater. Where are you all going next?
in to see if anybody else needs help.
Back in to see if anyone else.
Strong. And this ain't too bad. It seems very similar to Ian.
Yeah, that's not FEMA though. That's just like local cops, local rescue.
Oh my goodness.
It's just all the local people. Yeah, but Florida's again. I'm from Florida. You know, Florida's just better set up for all this shit. I don't think that's FEMA. I'm one down. I mean, if I had to guess, 99% sure those are just all the local cops, local rescue, local emergency. You know, they've all been waiting. They love to do shit like this. It's Florida. It's what we do.
They just want to stay.
So.
I know you have a lot of work ahead of you during the aftermath of more information.
All right, let's see what other.
Great job.
What else is going on out here?
20 inches of rain. John's fast, and also so while if it's more than enough the normal tides.
Marley.
Is the size of a pizza.
Yeah, look at
this
that.
whole thing you can see is tilted here. One of the workers was just pushing on it a few moments ago. I think he's going to do it again real quick. But we're at Church Street and Orange Avenue. Here he goes. And he said it's not going to fall when he shakes it. So what they have to do is they have to get a crane to take these bars down here, and then they're going to have to get like a line that they're going to strand from pole to pole to get some temporary lines up. He said it could take a few days for this fix.
Hildreth, look them stand on the road. In terms of damage, I want to show you right behind me a business, a building. It doesn't look like it's occupied. We were in this spot.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, Helene way worse.
The,
yeah, but the thing is that
I don't remember seeing this damage. I talked to some of the people who
you know,
were
I think what's
area.
Going on is that Helene, basically hit areas
the glass
that could not handle it.
Some of the debris on the ground. As I look down, some of the other businesses look like they are okay. They have put the sandbags in front of their doors. Their businesses were boarded with plywood, and they have those metal barricades in front of their windows and their doors. So the rest of the businesses
Milton hit areas that could handle it. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was checking something else.
From emergency
yeah, so
officials here in Flagler County.
But that goes to show you, a monster hurricane hits an area that is very well prepared for it, and you see the damage is a lot minimal compared to another hurricane of similar strength hitting an area that was not prepared for it. Meaning, they just don't have the infrastructure. They're just not prepared for it. For many reasons. Florida gets hit by hurricanes all the time. When the hell do the Appalachians get hit by hurricanes, Are they still in the same neighborhood there? But anyways, no. Look, 25% no wake zone.
Back to the neighborhood. You said you've been through something like this before.
Oh, they showed up on their
with Hurricane Ian
on their jet ski there or something.
Damage and what was
you got people eating
in their town, but I couldn't figure out where they were
breakfast.
going. Maybe they're all heading to Sally's.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck
Yeah,
with the
let me
rest
see if
of
we
your
got any
cleanup.
more.
I'm glad you got a hot meal and some warm coffee.
Of those in Central Florida are without power.
We're damaged.
And we do have several deaths. We have at least one in Volusia.
Storms.
Yeah, the thing is that a lot of these places, believe it or not, they don't have power. So after the hurricane, you got no power, no internet, no nothing. You ain't got shit to do. Obviously, there's things going on in your neighborhood, so everybody's out.
We had storm surge in Taylor County up in. I mean, that's a big. I think that we.
That's kind of like how it breaks down.
Resources. My sense is we'll probably be able.
So obviously, if you see like the news crew, the news people in your neighborhood, like hell yeah, you want to be on the news.
Work to do. And I'll let Kevin come in and say a few things.
Thank you, Governor.
All that stuff.
I think in this situation here, where we're at, the strength of what happened here.
How many times are we going to see that piece of roof fall?
Again, it's going to take us a long time to get all the recovery done, but we're not going to let bureaucracy get in the way. We're going to get this done as quickly as we possibly can. So thank you, Governor, for your leadership.
Do you want to maybe just give an update on what we think we're going to get from FEMA for debris removal?
Sure. Yeah. So we're going to start getting back in the debris removal business. And, we're going to supplement where we need to supplement, but we had a really good conversation with Administrator Criswell, who is here in Florida and is actually on her way somewhere in this general direction. But she is working with us on how we could get ensure the debris gets picked up quickly? How do we, and the right word's not incentivize it, but if you're in the private sector, it would be, how do we incentivize haulers to get stuff picked up faster, bringing in people from around the country to get that done. We're also looking at potentially, again, a mutual aid effort where we may bring in some city and county assets that have the claw trucks and the loader trucks from around the state of Florida and maybe even outside the state of Florida to help us get that stuff picked up. So again, she's very, very helpful on getting those things done, making sure that we got everything that we need. We will be submitting, hopefully by this afternoon, now that we got post-landfall, we got some data, we'll be submitting through the governor's signature a major disaster expedited request so that we could get those federal funds turned on and start looking for reimbursement. But again, we're not going to wait on the feds for reimbursement. We're going to do what we need to do the right thing, get people in Floridians back on their feet. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, so, this whole debris, it's just, I mean, you had, like, in Pinellas, they didn't want to do the debris as fast because they weren't sure about the paperwork and about FEMA reimburse. And it's like, you got to get the debris off. And these storms, because of the way it's done, really incentivizes it to go a lot longer with the debris. And sometimes the debris in these major storms is around for a year. And how ridiculous is that? So what Kevin's doing, and I think the administration wants to work with us, is to let's align these incentives so we can get the job better. You'd think the private sector would do it so much better than government.
Yeah, you should go help.
I would think. And yet, on this debris after Helene, when we saw how much was there and we knew another storm was coming, we got all our Department of Transportation assets from Florida. We were bringing trucks in from all over the state that are doing their normal duties, and we surged them over to the barrier islands off the Gulf Coast of Florida, and we did like 3,000 truckloads of debris, reduced the debris by 50% in 72 hours. So, and we did round the clock. We had 24/7 shifts going, but that's a sense of urgency. So I just think that, that may be an extreme, like doing 24/7, but I mean, you should be able to get the debris done earlier. We'll start to see a lot of
let me
things.
see.
You got to make sure they get that job done. Okay, do we have any questions?
No, we're good.
In the zones where the surge is happening, from roughly Siesta Key off the Little Wekiva River, where that is an area that typically floods after a hurricane. So now they have to be patient while the water recedes from their streets. That was in
We saw a tree that was right on top of that church, on top of houses, cars, but nothing like this. So definitely a lot of debris in the roadways as well. Community members that we spoke with say that they are still without power. Some say that they haven't had power since 8:45 last night. Earlier, I kept tracking it on Duke Energy, and I know at the peak, 900,000 people were without power. So hopefully that's getting restored. As we've been driving around Lake County, we've seen some of the crews out in some of these neighborhoods that we've been in, but just so sad and scary to see. And fortunately, this had to happen in the middle of the night, so nobody was on the road, and we spoke with
what are we
police,
looking
and
at,
nobody
like
has
a
been
downed
hurt
tree?
or anything. But this is going to take a while. This way, they're going to that's an alternative.
People come.
This point, this is up a
somewhere, right? So nobody can get back there. All right, Morgan, thank you.
Off there in the foreground. I know it's kind of tough to see, but if you are traveling.
The second time this has happened. The first time was back in 2017. So a lot of neighbors really hoping that this sinkhole does not become an issue, hoping that it does not expand to their neighbor, to where their homes are in this neighborhood. Again, this happened overnight because of a broken water main that was pouring water into this hole, making it bigger and bigger. Again, officials have shut off the water. They did that a few hours.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's go back to this. Here, let's play the better. See, look at that. You see? Sorry about that, guys. A lot of noise coming from outside. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty rough, but, you know, wasn't as bad as it could have been. Could have been way worse, that's for sure. That's like, you know, that water. Pretty rough, pretty rough.
Unfortunately, it looks like the bay is meeting the Gulf a bit early. We can walk to the other side of the building and get another look. It's coming in.
See, the beach is over there at the end of I used to go to Fort Myers all the time. That's the beach right there. That's the water. That's the bay. But I used to go there all the time as a kid. You know, Fort Myers. You know, we used to go there all the time. Yeah, it's not too far away from Miami. Giant sinkhole. Yeah, lots of damage. That's for sure. Yeah, so I mean, there was a lot of damage, but you know, again, you know, it could have been way, way, way worse. You know, in my opinion, you know, after going through so many hurricanes, and again, we just saw Hurricane Helene. You know what kind of damage that hurricane did, and you know, in my opinion, I feel like everybody dodged a bullet with this one. So, thank God for that. Thank Jeebus for that. But yeah, guys, you know, with all that being said, I think we're gonna, you know, wrap this bad boy up here.
Ago, they wanted to prevent
Since
further flooding. They also wanted to take a look at the structure.
You know, I feel like we've already covered the hurricane enough. It's not like, you know, everyone else is covering the hurricane and the aftermath. You know, I did what I could. Yeah, you know, it was rough for me as well because, you know, the hurricane came through here just a couple days ago. And, you know, there was damage out here too. And it just messed up the whole week. And it's just like this whole thing. So even me, I'm all discombobulated. But again, very minimal, you know, compared to what could have been. And, you know, again, just thanking Jeebus. Everything was okay and everything came out all right and all that good stuff. So, you know, with all that being said, guys, I'm going to head out of here because I got things to do. You know, I got a hurricane, you know, to deal with. We got another one coming up. I think there's another hurricane coming down the pike. Let me see if I can find that hurricane real quick. But we got another hurricane coming up. I want to show you guys real quick. Let me see where it is. I had it here. Where is it? Where's the other hurricane? Is it this one? Yeah. So we got another hurricane. Here, check this out.
Very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. Now, I want to get into something that there's a lot of chatter about is another storm, something forming in the Western Caribbean. So I want to break that down in this video and show you what I'm seeing down the road. And while there's a little bit of hype with that, it's still the hurricane season. So keeping it in perspective, there's going to be a couple more named storms out there. No doubt about that. It's a wait and see, though, on where it will go. So we'll cover this. But first, we were thinking of all of those that were so impacted across a lot of Florida by Milton. Our thoughts are with you, and they will be for quite some time, like what we saw with Beryl, Helene, several other storms that have hit land. We are all thinking of you, and I do want to continue with that and get a look at Bermuda down the road, watching the Bahamas, and we're going to cover that. This is what the chatter is about, though. You can see here the initial chatter about an area that may develop here. Now, most of the models are not developing it. What's happening is the American model, which is a good model, about 8, 9, 10 days from now is spitting out either a tropical storm or a hurricane. So, of course, that is spreading on social media. Now, that is a possibility. As I mentioned, it's the hurricane season. Of course, something can form, but I want to try to lower some anxiety. It is a wait and see at this point. The European model, Canadian, and Icon don't have anything developing in this area. But let's swing back to Milton and really begin with that because we were thinking of our friends in Florida as this area has moved off as expected. Thank you for your trust.
So yeah, look what the hurricane has turned into. It just dissipated into nothing.
This was not going to be a Dorian. It was not going to sit on top of us. Yes, some gustier winds, but overall, again, most of the action to the north of the Bahamas. And it doesn't even look like a hurricane at this point. As expected, it is weakening and it is turning into more of a non-tropical.
Anyways, with all that being said, guys, we got another one coming. You know, things just keep, you know, getting, what is it? what's the word I'm looking for? It's keep getting more hardcore and rougher. And this is a pretty strong hurricane season. And, you know, it is what it is. But, hey, you know, we survived. Everyone made it. It was a lot, you know, again, you know, we dodged the bullet compared to what we had with the other hurricane, with Helene. This was not so bad. So with all that being said, guys, you already know the deal. We made it. We survived. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know today's episode was like, you know, I know a lot of people were probably expecting a normal episode. But like I said, you know, I was even kind of mailing it in today. My apologies. It's just, again, it was a rough week for me too. We got hit by a hurricane over here as well. And, you know, again, we were talking about the hurricane. There's only so much I can say. You know, I'd rather, you know, let the images and the experts speak for themselves. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's hurricane episode. I feel like I got hit by a hurricane too. So with all that being said, guys, thanks again for hanging out with me today. You know the deal. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit the bell icon. But more importantly than anything else, please stay awesome. I'll see you guys here next Thursday with a lot more energy and a better, whatchamacallit, show. Hold on before I go. Everyone in the audience is right now. Bruh. All right, guys. Love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys. Hey, guys. How's it going? Welcome back to another live stream. Back to another live stream. Back 100 times? To another live stream. 200 times. Back. 500 times.
Who is Jose Arteaga?
Jose Arteaga is a YouTube content creator with several channels focusing on different themes.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Thing sucks.
His main channels include travel vlogs and lifestyle content. On his travel channel, Jose Arteaga Travels.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
Additionally, he runs a cooking channel and engages in other personal projects that highlight his diverse interests and expertise. Projects and expertise. Project.